Welcome to the United States of Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J, coming to you live from Studio A. I think this is what we call this studio. I guess so many of them I get confused. With me, as always, the Rocker Chic and J-Dub. Ladies, glad you could be with me for the United States of Paranormal.
Paranormal.
Hello.
What's the word?
There's a mic in my mouth.
It's very important that you talk directly into the microphone.
Yeah.
There you go. I wouldn't smell that microphone too close. If I were you. Just talk and then breathe as you pull away from the mic.
Oh, goodness.
So how are you ladies doing?
Peachy.
Tired.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why is that?
I don't know.
Well, not everybody had the week off.
Exactly.
You know why? Because it's my birthday. It's my...
You have one more day of that, and then we're done. No more.
I do believe that I get to celebrate my birthday for the entire month of February. That was always my thing.
Well, you are old now, so
I know. I got to celebrate all of these like tomorrow. What if I'm not here tomorrow? Then you would feel bad. You'd be like, all he wanted to do was celebrate his birthday for the whole month of February, and now he's gone.
It is a short month, so I mean, it's not like it's...
I didn't get a good 31-day month.
All right, you have until Tuesday at midnight, and then it's over. No more.
And then I can't have no more birthday.
No more birthday for this year.
Oh, I think this episode comes out on that Wednesday. So everybody who's listening today, be sad for me because my birthday is completely over.
Anybody that has a month-long birthday, I don't know.
I think it's only fair. It is I, Golden J. Listen, we've had a good week. We've had a really cool party. Did they tell you? I didn't tell you they got me with a surprise party on Saturday night.
No.
Yeah.
First time I have ever surprised him. Usually I end up telling him, and I mean, I've never thrown a surprise party for him, but anything that I'm supposed to keep secret, it always comes out. And
So how'd you keep this one secret?
I don't know. He's been very busy, so it was kind of easy.
Yeah.
And we had it at our son's house, so he didn't see any of this stuff, and the kids took care of most of it.
Oh, that's nice.
We drove up, and because we were just supposed to be going over there for supper, and
Once again, I did not get my smash burgers.
we turned onto his road, and he's like, it looks like somebody's having a party. And the closer we got to the cars, he's like looking at me because he recognized the vehicles. And so he's like, you got me.
We stood in the driveway, and I was like, yep, I know that car, and that car, and that car belongs to them, and there's my mom's car, and
Aw, that's nice.
I'm not really much on surprises.
Me
But
neither.
I want you to note the very important part of what she just said. That's the first time she's ever thrown me a surprise party.
It is.
Or is it? Oh.
Now you have me think. I don't know.
I do believe you threw me one at 21 at Dawn and Dance.
Oh, well, that was a long time ago. I don't remember that.
Yeah,
You know that.
she doesn't remember much last week.
I remember yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember? Oh, you don't remember yesterday. I've had that amp for years. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. I went to Sweetwater. Be jealous, everybody. Went to Sweetwater, walked around, enjoyed the atmosphere, looked at all the amazing things that I want, you know. Like, oh, look at that guitar. Oh, look at that mixing board. Oh, look at those lights. Oh, look at that. Oh, I did buy myself a new guitar amp. One that I can tote around with me. It's not a full stack that I've had for 35 years or more.
So you're gonna tell us what you got for your birthday, other than the amp that you got yourself?
I got well, not only did I buy myself an amp, but Bobbi bought me a Blue Lava. It's a new guitar with an acoustic guitar with built-in electronics, and it is pretty cool. It sounds really good. It plays really well. I'm really happy with it. I was worried when I ordered it. I'm like, am I really gonna love this guitar? And I do. It's pretty great. What else did I get?
She doesn't remember. She
I know she can't remember yesterday. Yeah. My daughter, of course, got me a pack of adult diapers. You know, we
of course
turn 50, you got to have adult diapers. So,
and she got you the new Pepsi.
Oh yeah, we got the Peeps Pepsi.
Peeps Pepsi.
Oh,
Oh,
how's that?
it's actually really good.
He is a Peep lover, so
Do you not like Peeps?
Oh God, I don't like marshmallows. Period. And Peeps are just.
But all that, I mean, they're sugared marshmallows. I mean, oh
My husband
God.
likes Peeps too.
Well, remind me, I'll send a can home with you when you go, so you can try it.
Okay.
They're small cans. They're just
Okay.
little cans, so it's not so bad. But I actually really liked it. I thought that was pretty great. So, along with that, we've also tried the Mountain Dew hard seltzers, which I thought were really good too. We found some in Missouri on the way back, so we actually drank those over the Super Bowl weekend. We enjoyed a couple different ones. I got one left. I haven't tried yet. I think watermelon or something like that. But those are pretty good. Did you try those? You tried those, didn't you? She's not much of a seltzer drinker, but
They weren't bad.
Yeah, me neither.
yeah. So we got that. So just some odds and ends, some fun stuff. Everybody that was at the party was like gag gift, type thing. So I think my sister and my brother-in-law got me a bag of potting soil because now I'm older than dirt, and some flour seeds to go Kansas City colors. So now I have to build a flower bin.
Which that's the plan, anyways.
Yeah, so at least we'll have KC colors in the.
Hey.
I'm trying to. My buddy Andy, Fat Billy Ray, Fat Billy Ray approved. He got me a couple bottles of whiskey, and I haven't tried them yet. But I love rye whiskey, so yeah, he got me a couple bottles of rye, some really nice bottles of rye. I told him on the phone, I was like, "Hey, get your ass over here, and we can try these out." So he wants to go down to what is that? One-Eyed Jack's there in Winnemac, because they actually have Johnny Walker Blue, where you can get a glass of that. It's like a $30 glass, where you get like this much in it for $30.
Dang.
Because it's like a $200 or $300 bottle of whiskey, and we want to go down and drink that so we can try it. But he's also got a place for us to go to, and I can't remember the name of the town. It's like a couple hours away, but it's a winery / candle / eatery / they got, but
everything.
The building itself is shaped like a giant candle.
Huh.
I mean, I think I have a picture of it. I'll show it to you.
I think
here.
I've seen it.
Have you?
On something.
Well,
Michelle posted something.
Michelle posted something on it. I'm trying to remember where she sent me the picture. So, it was really cool. It's a really cool place. Yeah, there we go. There's a picture of it.
Yes, I've seen
Oh,
that.
cool.
So they want to go down there in a couple weeks. And Warm Glow Candle Company.
And what town is it in?
Centerville, Indiana. Centerville, Indiana. Wherever the hell that is. But I'm making him drive because I gotta. If we're going and we do Golden Image podcast episode, I got to be able to sample the wine and enjoy being there. I can't just half-ass it.
Yeah, you got to give your opinion and your critique and
Exactly.
Put
And
your
then
pinky out.
it's a tax write-off.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Beautiful thing.
So let me ask you. bird nerds have kind of adapted this a little bit, and maybe we will a little bit too, maybe on and off. But the call guys do a question of the pod. I don't want to call it question of the pod because that would be total ripping off Colton and Gunner, and I'm sure I would never ever hear the end of that from Colton.
Correct.
So basically, I'm going to go with, let me ask you this.
Okay.
All right, so you're in an airport, and you have a moment. You have just a few moments between connecting flights. You know, you're on a, what do they call it, a layover, but you've got to get from one end to the other end. But you've got to use the bathroom, and I'm not talking about using the bathroom like number one. I'm talking about number two. You gotta drop a deuce, and you go running in there, and knowing you're in a hurry. You gotta drop this bad boy out and get on your way. You get in, boom, you drop the turd, and you realize there's no toilet paper, and there's nobody else in the bathroom with you. What do you do?
I waddle to the next toilet and I wipe my ass.
What if there's no paper in the next couple toilets?
Well, then I get paper towel. I don't care. It's not my toilet to clog up. I'm using paper towel.
Never go to that freaking airport again if they can't take care of their bathrooms.
I'm not going to be having a shitty butt crack for another flight.
It almost sounds like it's happened to you at some point.
She was right on that one. Like, bam. She is, I'm fucking. What if? Okay, so what if what if it's really bad? Oh my God, we got snorts coming from every direction.
See my pants.
So what if it's really bad and there's no paper towel?
I'm going to take my sock off.
All right.
You don't really need socks.
Oh my.
That was. That was gonna be my go-to, was the sock. But
I mean, if it's cold and you have gloves, I mean, you can always get more gloves. Or sock hat.
I don't know. Leather gloves would not be all that adhesive, would it, to wipe it out of there?
Oh, well, you can just take your underwear off and just use that. Just go commando. Hey, there you go.
There you go.
Man, she's got all.
Yeah, she's got it figured out.
I mean, usually women have napkins in their purse or something, so we could use that.
You probably have a carry-on bag with you.
Use a dirty.
Since you're going on layover.
Could use a dirty sock.
Well, the sock you're wearing is probably dirty. It'll be dirty after you wipe with
now
it.
you're going to, every time we go anywhere, I'm going to take an extra roll of freaking toilet paper.
That's going to be in my carry-on. Yes.
That's not a bad idea. But you know that they're going to look at it through the TSA scan and be like, why do you have toilet paper? Have you fucking been in the bathrooms in there? I need something.
Because your airport does not.
Because I'm anal, you don't have toilet paper.
Well, you know, I bring the good stuff. I don't buy the cheap toilet paper for home.
Like the big, huge rolls that'll be in an airport.
Yeah.
The one ply where your finger wipes your ass instead of the toilet paper.
Do you ever worry about your fingernail popping through there?
Stop.
Oh!
I think you need to cut your nails if you're worried about
I
it.
do need to cut my nails.
Why is my ass bleeding?
It's not hemorrhoids.
Ain't the first time I ever said that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you got to be careful now. You're old. You're going to have to worry about hemorrhoids.
Well, that's why you don't push. You just let it fall out like
spread your butt cheeks.
like the frosty machine at Wendy's. Just let it ooze out.
Oh God.
Now we know. We get Jen going. You're gonna get snorts and
Pee my
laughs
pants. We got a bucket anyway. We gotta go.
Should be running outside here in a minute. I gotta go. All right. Well, that was.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question.
Okay.
What happens if it's broad daylight, you're driving down the road, and you got to take a shit? What do you do? There's no gas stations, no houses, no nothing. It's just all open cornfields. What do you do?
Oh. Have you had this problem before?
I have.
And what was your solution?
I had a bucket. in the back of my car. Just shit in the bucket.
Like right beside your car?
I opened both doors and put my bucket down and just took a shit.
Oh my God.
I've seriously never had that problem. I don't know what I would do. I would stop at somebody's house.
I got shit. Open the door, hurry.
You'd be like Sheldon from The Big Bang. Got a shit? Got a shit? Got a shit?
I'm really gonna pee my pants. It's a dark outside. I will go right outside the door.
It's all good because there's like a Dollar General store like every.
Yeah. They probably don't have toilet paper.
Oh.
It's the one ply.
It's the one ply. You know it's the one ply.
So what would you do? You know what I'd do.
I have been.
She has done.
I have been known to divert, depending on.
Like you got a cramp in your leg from holding your butthole tight, and you're trying to drive at the same time.
He waits till he gets home.
I do. I
Oh my
always wait.
God!
I have a fear of shitting in public places.
How do you not shit your pants? I mean, your butthole has got to be like.
My butthole is
Ironclad
tight.
fit.
My butthole is tight. Let's not forget that. My butthole is tight. Nothing falls out of there by accident.
Well, you're 50 now, so it might get loosened up. Your muscles are gonna.
I can't do it anymore.
Oh, it might fall off my chair here. Oh my God.
Sorry, whoever has to sit in this chair next, we're gonna have to wipe it down.
Oh. All right, these are good things to know, ladies and gentlemen. Good things to know.
Oh God.
Jeremy's asshole is tight, the way it should be.
J-Dub shits in buckets. I'm not very ladylike. Sorry, guys. I can pee anywhere. I guess I can shit anywhere too, as long as I got a bucket.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God.
No, I seriously, I have this thing about public restrooms. I mean, I will if I absolutely have to. I mean, you know, if it comes down to that moment where it's like, and I suppose that I've never actually done it. I've never shit in the woods or a cornfield, so I don't even know how to manage my. Do I find like a rock and put one cheek on it and do it that way, or? I mean, I don't know that I could hover. I don't have that skill in my legs to hover properly. I'd probably shit in my pants. So we're right back to it. I should have just shit in my pants to begin with.
Stop it! Stop it! Oh God!
I'm just saying. What would you do?
Huh?
What would you do? You look for your.
I
You look for the Dollar General. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't. I am not a public. Do much in. Alone shit.
Nature. And I'm not a nature shitter. It's just not gonna happen.
I'm a horse girl though, so we're out in the barn and there's no bathrooms around. So where do you go? In the stall or somewhere?
With horse shit, Sarah, might as well take
Yeah, why not? When I'm out in the barn doing stuff and I have to pee, the cat usually watches me. I'm like, get out of here. Get the fuck out.
See, I won't even let the dog in the bathroom when I pee. I think it's just weird. She just looks at me. Why don't you lift your leg?
Why don't you let me do that here?
Hey, if he could use the toilet, I would let him use the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We have a gap because we ripped out the flooring in our bathroom. We have a gap like maybe, what is that, 4 inches? And you can see my dog's feet underneath. She's all like, sometimes it's her nose.
Yeah. She just wants to be close to you.
Oh, but if you don't get the door latch, she hits it and flings the door open, almost hits you in the head.
Right. Ozzy will go setting with you when you go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And just stare at her.
Yep. He usually licks the toilet.
Yeah, so if you come over to the house, don't let Ozzy lick your face because you know he's been licking the toilet.
Oh my God!
All right, so are you ready to
Oh my God,
bring on your story?
Well, we might have to take a break.
If we
'cause
might have to.
Go from laughing hysterically to serious,
Yeah.
paranormal. Oh my God. Whew.
Think you can handle it?
If I would have known, I would have worn a diaper.
I got a whole pack
know,
of them in
right?
the house.
They're in the house, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I ought to bring those out here and offer them as a. Would you care to put? I mean, get like a dispensary or something on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hell, we're all. Well, some
Hey.
of us are over 50. Some of us are just barely not. What do you?
I have like 10 years.
I was gonna say you have 10
Oh,
years
my
before you're.
jeez, baby.
But-
It's a baby.
Baby.
I got kids almost as old as you.
Not quite. Not that old, but whew, I would have been 10.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Skylar's 30 and I'm only 25. Do
Yeah,
that
doesn't
math.
work, doesn't work.
Okay.
Times 2, mister.
Anyway, shout out to the Team Teos boys for, wanting to trade me in on a younger. So here you get the hipper DJ. What is it? Golden Jazzy J. That's what apparently my new name's going to be. I'm the new hip woke Golden J. And no, I didn't fucking play jacks when I was a kid. I did, however, work for the old druggist at the ice cream parlor. You know, I did work there, and I hustled newspapers on the corner when it wasn't working in the ice cream parlor. And then at the end of the night, I helped them put out the old gas street lights and before
Oh, so
everybody-
you had the tire rim and you pushed it with a
yes,
stick?
yes, that's it. Yep,
okay.
that's what we played with. I didn't play jacks, so actually, I never.
Throw rocks in cans.
Yeah, skip. We did a lot of skipping of rocks on the old creek.
The crick.
Night,
my.
John boy. Also, I want to give a shout out to Straw Man. It was great having an IM conversation with him a few days ago. Man, it's really cool when you get to interact with the fans, and it's cool for us when we know people that we interact with on a day-to-day basis, but it was somebody we don't know, and Mason was one of those guys, and it was really nice interacting with him, and we're open for that with all of our listeners. We love to hear from you. We love to interact with you. But shout out to the Straw Man. Thanks for reaching out. That was pretty awesome. He actually congratulated me on our Chiefs win.
Nice.
Yeah.
So he listens to more than just the...
Yes, he is. That's how that. He's actually an honorary Golden now. That's. He's no longer to call himself the Straw Man. He's Mason Golden. So.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's been listening to all the podcasts in the Golden Mojo Empire. So.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, shout out, bud. Thank you very
Hey.
much. All right, Rocker Chick. It's all. Are you gonna be okay? Can you do this?
That's the most excitement I've had in quite a while. So.
Hey, what the fuck does that mean?
She's going to spit her Sprite out.
Woo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a terrible thing to say. I may be 50, but I ain't dead, lady.
All right. Let's get this paranormal stuff going. That's what we're supposed to be talking about, right? Right?
I don't
Not
know.
shitting in the woods.
Shitting in the woods.
Or shit in
You
the
know
bucket.
what? Yeah. I bet there was some shitting in the woods in one of these places. Anyways, so
Probably.
I've got a couple Indiana cemeteries that I want to tell you guys all about. Feel free to ask any questions because I think I have enough of the information in my brain. I can still remember. It was under 24 hours ago, so hopefully, if it's not written down, hopefully I remember. But anyways, I'm going to start with Crown Hill Cemetery. And it is located in Marion County in the heart of Indianapolis. It was established in 1863. It is 555 acres of graves.
That's a lot of graves.
That's a lot of graves. and I will tell you how many in just a minute.
Okay, cool.
The third largest non-governmental cemetery in the United States.
What does that mean, non-governmental?
It's privately owned.
Oh.
I didn't realize that the government actually owned a majority of the cemeteries.
I'm thinking probably like your veterans places like that.
Oh, right.
And that would be pretty big cemeteries. But yes, third largest in the United States.
Okay.
As far as cemeteries go. It has over 200,000 graves. 3 cemeteries were relocated to Crown Hill from 1912 to 2008. So you think about all those graves that were dug up and moved to the heart of Indianapolis because they were putting in roads, putting up houses, whatever they were doing. They relocated 3 cemeteries.
How much do you have to be paid to go do that job? We're like, yeah, listen, we're going to need this cemetery moved to this cemetery, which means you need to excavate all the graves from here and move them over to there. I mean, what happens if you accidentally knock open a coffin?
Well, and like the old ones, they're probably pretty much disintegrated.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I didn't think about that. You lift it up and the bottom falls out?
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not... I had to watch a documentary on how graveyards are moved, but yeah.
Can we do that?
I'm sure there's something out there, but...
We got to YouTube that shit. We got to check that out.
But you got to think, 1912, they started moving these, so I'm sure a lot of those were wood, and how many actual graves were left, just like those spooky movies that you see.
Like
where
Poltergeist.
Yeah, exactly.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out.
Maggots play pinochle on your snout.
So like I said, over 200,000 graves, 3 cemeteries were relocated. Over 1,500 more graves added each year, plus a large mass grave.
We're going to talk about the mass grave in a little bit,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Because this is pretty intense when I get...
Yeah, and it made me very, very, very sad.
Yes.
But anyways, some of the paranormal activity at Crown Hill, sounds of young children laughing and playing, probably coming from the 30-foot by 50-foot mass grave. 700 children, no names, only identified by case numbers. And that's the part that really made me sad. From 1892 to 1980, these children that died from disease, starvation, and neglect were orphaned and placed in the Indiana Children's Asylum, the Guardian's Home, and the Asylum for Friendless Colored Children. And all were just...
Wait, they actually named it the Asylum for Friendless Colored Children?
Correct.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you got to think this started from 1892, which surprises me that it goes all the way to 1980, but there are a lot of orphan children out there. And you had the diseases in that time period that, a lot of the children died from, but the whole starvation and neglect.
Tuberculosis and fall into that quite a bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, I didn't realize. I did some more digging and found
that is the wrong fucking word to use.
Sorry. Some more investigation.
Yeah.
And I found that they were only identified by case numbers. These kids were not known by name.
Well, were they
probably not even given a name?
I'm gonna say, did they have a name when they were actually in the asylum or in the children's hospital, or?
I don't know. But
That's pretty
really
sad.
And it, I actually have a picture of, which you can't see it greatly, but they did make a nice memorial for them, and they have, I guess they might have got some records from, the cases
right.
or whatever, but yeah, the tombstones that were laid on the ground just had numbers on them. So somebody later down the line made a memorial with what names they could find.
I'll get that picture and we'll have it on our social media so everybody can see it.
That's sad, because if you took the time to put a number on a gravesite or gravestone, you would think a name would.
Right. But I do honestly think that a lot of these kids were orphaned while babies or just dropped off. And
Yeah, but they could have made a name for them.
But yes.
Oh, Jose 1? Jose 2?
Well. But anyways, so
1, 2. Oh, wow. Golden Jay's going to hell.
Oh, yes.
Golden Jay's going straight to
Yes,
hell.
you are.
Sorry.
So anyways, that's, the paranormal activity of, sounds of young children laughing and playing. So, like I said, I think it's probably coming from that area. There's also a woman holding a baby wandering around the graves as if she is lost is sometimes seen. And, people will see her and then walk towards her to help her. And
Right.
she disappears. Also, sightings of wounded American soldiers in period uniforms from every American war. So, from 1812, I think is when, I don't know. Anyways, so every war that's happened in America, they have seen different uniformed people
Gotcha.
from those wars. And they do the same thing. They see them and then they just disappear. So, interesting. Want to go there?
I do.
It looks like a very beautiful place.
Listen. I have known about this cemetery for a long, long time. This is like Waverly Hills. This place has always intrigued me. It is someplace that I would go. I don't know why I'm drawn to that, but I always have. That cemetery has always been a big draw for me.
It's very beautiful. I mean, they've done some immaculate things with it.
Did they talk about, if you're going to get into this later, just stop me, but did they talk about the timing of when they see these apparitions walking around? Is it more at night, or do they see them during the day, or?
No, I didn't get any time frames.
Because my pussy ass only wants to go during the day.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to be out there wandering at night, fucking red glowing eyes.
It's a
What's
cemetery,
going on?
so I'm sure they have a certain time there.
Well, if it's a government, it's a privately owned. I don't know that they. How does that work?
I don't know. I don't visit a lot of cemeteries.
That's a good point. I don't either. I have to look it up and see if they have like hours of operation. Do they have a food cart there?
They might.
Shit,
They actually do, which I could not find this year's time frame of when they're doing it, but they actually do evening where they bring in storytellers for ghost stories.
Oh,
wow.
In the cemetery. And they've been doing it for quite a few years. So that would, like I said, I tried to look it up and see when it was happening this year, but I couldn't find it. So it is a pay to get in to hear these.
Well, it probably goes towards the keep up of the cemetery and stuff, like a benefit.
Yep.
They have live music too. Maybe Here Come the Mummies.
I doubt it. Just storytelling. But also one other thing they have, people have claimed to see unexplained lights, hear footsteps, and unexplained noises. So, just want to throw that in there.
All right, so the apparitions I could understand, but you're in a wide open space and you're hearing footsteps.
Yeah,
I might call that one a little, might be a little bit of nature sound in there too. But
yeah, but you think if there's all these kids, playing, running around,
that's true.
You might hear them run by you, or you
never know. Man, I'm fucking down. Let's go. I want to go hear some stories. That shit would be unfucking real. Sean down? You think Sean would go?
Oh, yeah.
All right. We're going to make this an outing. We're all going to go.
An outing?
Yeah, we're all going to go.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anything I forgot? So the 3 cemeteries that were relocated, do have their own individual areas, and they are marked with a stone that says, when they were moved.
So the areas of that cemetery, you can kind of, when you walk into that area,
You would
know
know
that that's
specifically
where,
this is the cemetery, but they've all been combined. So that was something I left out.
Did they say how far these other cemeteries were from the one that they relocated to? Like, I'm just wondering, did they have like a big semi with all these old coffins in it, and then they drove like 100 miles to get to the...
No, I don't think it was that far. I think it was all within the Indianapolis area.
Oh, okay.
So they were just smaller cemeteries that all went into this large area.
You're driving down through downtown. There's a decaying body, and it's like, homeless people.
But even looking at the address, this cemetery is like right downtown, isn't it? I mean,
on all the research I've done, I don't know that I actually looked exactly. I was thinking it was more kind of in the Fox Hollow Farm area. I was thinking it was up on the north side, but I could be way off.
Shoot, sorry, I can't remember the road it was on, but it just seemed like it was like right downtown. But I could be wrong.
You could very well be. I mean,
555 acres. I guess I wouldn't be.
555 acres in downtown is not going to bode well for you. It's like, well, we're going down a circle, but you got to go around the fucking cemetery first.
We've probably passed it and just never dawned on us.
Yeah, I mean, so I showed you that picture. There's like some of the mausoleums.
Dang.
This is one of the old cemeteries, like I said. It's marked. And then there's another one of the cemeteries with a big stone in front of it.
Pioneer Cemetery. I wonder how...
So it's just... It would just be a cool place to especially go and see the architecture. Yeah. So that is Crown Hill Cemetery.
Wow.
What are you doing over there? You texting people?
I am.
You texting people during my podcast?
Hold on, I'm texting my girlfriend.
Damn you.
Rude.
Damn you.
I'm actually trying to get I'm trying to get an address on your Crown Hill Cemetery.
Gotcha.
It's on 30.
Gotcha.
Is at 38th Street.
38th Street.
Is that right? 738th Street, Indianapolis. I'm just gonna pop the map and take a peek at it here. Oh my God. That's the entrance way to get in? Holy fucking shit.
It's amazing, isn't it?
I fucking so want to go. They do. It is closed right now. It opens again at 8:30 on Friday. It's only open from 8:30 to 5 p.m. So you're not going to get in there at night to do any...
Well, and you got to think a lot of people are just going to go in and vandalize and...
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's up on the north side.
You know why they put fences around cemeteries?
Because people are dying to get in. Oh. There you can just take a quick peek at the map. It is way up north of downtown Indy. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was thinking it was on the north side.
We could go there, and then we could drive by Fox Hollow Farm.
Yeah.
Hey.
Jared, this is kind of funny, but we were going to Kansas City a couple weeks ago, and it's like, hey, you know that place? And there was a sign. It said Fox Hollow Farm. And I'm like, where do I know that from? And, like I said, my memory, he goes, Jen just did a story on it. It's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, there's a sign for Fox Hollow Farm on 31 as you're going into Indy.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
But yeah, totally went over my head. I'm like, well, I've heard of it. I don't know what it is.
I think, I actually looked at that. Fox Hollow Farm is not as big as I anticipated it being. We talked about the acreage, but you guys look at the map, and it's like, wow, I don't know that it's that. It doesn't look that big for the area that it's in. If that makes any sense.
You see how big that house is?
Yeah, the house is pretty good size. Yeah. Anyways, continue on.
Yes.
All right. So like I said, that was Crown Hill Cemetery in Indianapolis, Indiana. We are moving on to the Stepp Cemetery. This one is in Martinsville, Indiana. It was established in the early 1800s. So lots of different information as far as grave counts on this. 114 graves. Only 25 to 32 graves remain. Mainly from vandalism.
Oh.
Really?
Unmarked now. Yes, a lot of partying went on in this graveyard between the 60s and 80s. So, yeah.
The good old days. That's right. We're old. We remember the 80s.
Hey.
Kind of.
So, this is located in the middle of the Morgan Monroe State Forest, and it became a state forest in 1929. So the cemetery was there, and then they made it a state forest in 1929. Okay, so the dark and eerie shadows from the trees make it appear ominous and chilling. So it's, it's very...
So you got to walk through the forest to get to this cemetery?
Yes.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, no
There
shit.
is actually a trail,
Monroe.
like a 10-mile trail that will take you through by ponds and everything. Then you come to this cemetery.
10 miles.
Yeah, it's a very.
Who the fuck's hiking that to go to a
Not
cemetery?
what you have to. I'm sure that you can probably get closer.
It'd be
but
like
this,
the last time we went to a fucking waterfall and we walked for 6 miles and then found a fucking parking lot like 2 feet from the fucking waterfall.
Yeah, I'm sure there is a spot, just like any state forest that you can
Right.
stop and, go to this easier than getting on this trail. But the paranormal activity at Stepp, some of the experiences are orbs and flashes of light, feelings of being watched, strange noises, electronics malfunctioning, disembodied footsteps, strange cries, and singing.
It's not strange cries. That's me.
That's
Definitely me. After I have to walk 10 miles in the fucking woods.
phantom smells of flowers or rancid odors in some areas. I don't know if this is necessarily inside of the cemetery, but like I said, it's surrounded by the forest. There have been Bigfoot sightings and also UFO sightings.
Yes.
So this is I guess if somebody was to look into the Monroe State Forest, that might be a good episode because it sounds like there's a lot of things going on in that. But the lore is that a ghostly woman in black is said to be seen exhuming her dead child just to hold him. The grave, which is marked Baby Lester, which there is picture. I don't have the pictures, but there is a picture of the grave, and all it says is Baby Lester, 1937. Sits in the back corner of the cemetery, where people adorn it with toys. Still, this grave in, I want to say 2020. I don't know on the date, but not too long ago, was burned. They were thinking that it was vandalism, but then after further investigation, they think somebody lit a candle and one of the toys caught on fire.
Oh, right on.
So they did not blame it on vandalism, but still, I guess I wouldn't leave a lit candle.
Yeah.
Well, you'd think a lit candle would be okay outside.
Well, not when you have a bunch of stuff that would light with it, but
I bet it was a Furby. Logan, I bet it was a Furby that caught fire. It was a Furby.
But beside Baby Lester's grave was a stump that a tree had been hit by lightning and it, broke. And they said that this lady would exhume her baby and sit on this stump. And they called it the Warlock's chair, but that is no longer there anymore.
They excavated it out of there?
They didn't say what happened to it. If it rotted away or if the teenagers back in the 60s and 70s. Who knows what happened to it? But
Well, the
they didn't
warlock
find
chair
out.
sounds fucking cool as hell.
Yeah.
They have like spikes coming up out of it, and
No, it was just
just a stump, yeah. I
It was
get
just
you.
a stump for people to sit on and see a ghostly figure sitting on.
That would be. Can you imagine if you were? Ugh.
You're just
See her-
walking along and you see her digging up, and she literally opens it up and pulls the baby out and sets down on this fucking stump and starts. I mean, you'd fucking shit your pants. It'd be all over from there.
I mean, there's very
No
many
bucket needed.
different. You know how everything is. The lore changes over years to years, and they were saying the baby was only a couple days old when he passed away, and then others were older, and so who knows what's true, but people have seen this lady holding a baby.
Nice.
In the 1950s, a young girl was murdered and her body dumped near Stepp Cemetery. Her spirit wanders in search of her killer, who was never found. So not just, graves, but murder.
Murder.
So this one was kind of interesting. Between 1908...
Oh, wow. Really?
I have 1212 written here. I think it's supposed to be 1912. 1908 to 1912. A religious group called the Crabbites. Have you ever heard of the Crabbites?
I have, and they have a lotion for them, so.
They use Stepp for rituals. Their ceremonies include talking in tongues, drinking and dancing while feasting and sacrificing... drinking and feasting on sacrificed animals.
Were they naked?
Ending the ritual with promiscuous, wild, pleasure-seeking indulgences to ensure the highest form of euphoria.
Oh.
I need to be a part of this club.
I don't know that they're still in existence.
They probably just are not, they're not taking applications.
That's true. That's true.
It's a closed club.
Their beliefs say, they use snakes and let them bite them, and
Oh, no thanks.
they believed in the four corners of the earth, like the earth was
Flat.
flat.
Right.
And,
Yeah, fuck
But
all. They
yes.
can have all that. Let's just talk about the eating of beef, steak. Well, you say animal, right?
Right.
And drinking and partying and dancing. I could talk in tongues.
But they were kicked out and not seen in that area. They supposedly moved down to the Brown County area, and that's where they're at now. So,
Turkey run, here we come.
but yes,
They don't call it French lick for nothing.
so that's. Any questions? I went
Yeah,
through
yeah.
that one kind of quickly.
But what's the name of the cemetery again?
Stepp Cemetery.
And it's where? In Monroe County, Indiana? Or okay, I missed the state.
Martinsville. It's in Martinsville, Indiana.
Oh, it's in Martinsville,
It's
Indiana.
in Morgan Monroe State Forest.
Okay. Sorry, I caught the Monroe part. And
The Monroe was back from. I don't know. I don't know where you count Monroe.
It was early on. You were saying all that.
The
so.
Morgan Monroe. Okay, Morgan Monroe
Yeah.
State Forest.
Are there steps in the Stepp Cemetery?
No, it was actually named after the family that
Oh.
first was buried there. So
The Stepp family.
yes, which had, I want to say 12 kids, and
Wow.
10 of them died at an early age.
Were they all stepkids?
Yes,
They sure
And
were.
They're stepchildren.
They were all buried in that cemetery.
Right on.
So that's where the name came from.
Well, that makes sense. I tell you what, you talk about cemeteries. I actually hunted for my grandfather's grandparents in the woods of Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. I remember hearing stories of that.
Oh my God. They were buried in the middle of this, where their house used to be back in these woods. They were buried there. And it took a lot to find that. But there wasn't a tombstone. It was cement with mother and father written on it. That was all it said.
Oh.
And it was deep in the woods, and it was a pretty crazy find. So I can only imagine that's how that started off, with the family being there. And then somebody's like, well, we'll just bury our kin here too, and just kept on going. So that's pretty insane. Martinsville, Indiana.
Martinsville, Indiana.
I have to look that one up too.
That one's probably close to Indy too, isn't it?
All
those villes down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Centerville, Martinsville,
Crawfordsville.
Let's see.
Indianapolis.
I don't know that I have anything that says located near, but you looking at it?
Actually, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Hold on. It's actually south of Indy. What is that on 16? And where 69 goes through, it's about halfway to Bloomington. So it's right down in there. So yeah, in between Indianapolis and Bloomington. We love Bedford.
So yes, when you post pictures, you can do it at the memorial for the kids,
Yes.
and also there's pictures of
Stepp Cemetery.
there's pictures of Stepp Cemetery, but
Baby
there's
Lester.
Baby Lester's grave when it was burned and the toys around it and all that.
Send me
That would be
notes
a
on
good
that
one.
so I make sure that I do that.
I'll remember.
Yeah, you have to remember.
Write it down.
Write that down. Actually, I'll be writing that shit down when I'm editing later. So be like, oh, don't forget this. All right. Is that all you got?
That's all I got. I started out with 7, and I started writing these 2 up, and I thought, you know what? I think 2 might be enough for an episode. So
you're going to revisit some of these cemeteries in the future?
yes, probably.
If there's
But I have, like I said, I have about 5 more that I'd like to do some
Research on. Right on.
Nice.
All right. Good job.
And
Nice
maybe
job.
we'll go to one and be able to talk about it.
Yes. Like I said, I both of them sound very interesting because I like to hike, and so the Monroe, the forest
You're
one
gonna
would be
fucking
cool.
make me do 10 fucking miles to go to a cemetery.
But
Better
then we
you
can
than
also
me.
just drive to Crown Hill and walk around there.
Yes, I'm
and
about
take
that.
pictures
Yeah.
because it does look.
No, you never
amazing.
take pictures in a cemetery.
Oh, there's lots of people that take pictures.
No, that's bad mojo right there.
Bad mojo.
Mad mojo. Never take pictures of somebody else's grave. Bad.
I didn't know that.
So
You don't
yeah,
pee on it.
I not necessarily want to take pictures of people's graves, but
Yeah, the memorial.
The memorials
for
and-
sure. For sure.
Why aren't you supposed to take pictures?
I don't know. I always heard it was bad mojo.
Oh.
That's
people you could etch.
good. Could do some etch. You ever etched? I've never etched either. My mother has etched. Oh, wait. Maybe I have etched. I have etched. We used to spend a lot of time looking at cemeteries when I was a kid because that was a good time. My mom was really into that genealogy things, and we have driven up literal fucking mountains to go to fucking cemeteries.
Wow.
Yeah.
My grandma had an etching off of a sarcophagus
Yeah.
in Egypt.
Wow.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
badass.
It was cool.
I tried to do that at the History Museum, and they told me I had to leave.
Well, yeah.
But yes, I am amazed at what you can find in cemeteries, and just looking back and seeing that graves are removed to other sites and this and that.
Yeah.
and
Well, I mean, cemeteries are always interesting because you start walking around them, and I mean, you have your 2022 graves, and then you have your 1822 graves, and it's just as you wander around, you're amazed at how long some of that stuff's been standing. Some of those old
and none of them
tombstones.
are the same.
No, everything is different. Everybody wants to be unique.
In
J
life
Dub.
and in death.
J Dub's gonna have. Is it gonna be the complete horse head, or is it gonna be just
No,
a picture?
when I die, I want cremated and just throw my ashes somewhere. Don't spend all that money on that shit.
Well, my mausoleum that's gonna be in the backyard here.
Oh,
We'll have electric with Wi-Fi, cable. I want the whole 9 yards in the afterlife. I'm just gonna hang out there. So at least a couple of my guitars and my new amplifier, if you don't mind, setting up in there.
See, I'm that type of person. I wouldn't mind being cremated, but I'd still like to have a place where people could go and not
Pay
see
their
me,
respects.
Pay their respects.
There you go.
See, I've had friends die that never got any closure because they didn't have a funeral. They didn't have, and then, I have literally sent messages to their family, was he buried? Why are you asking? Because I want to, and they finally said, yes, we buried, and I felt so much better after I actually went there and
yeah.
said my goodbyes. So it's just one of those things. I feel like there should be some place, which I guess, in some people's minds, places that you hung out or whatever, you could do that at too. So
Yeah. My grandma, when she passed away, she didn't want to have anything because she's like, well, you're going to spend all this money on a stone and for people to come and visit, but then what happens when those people pass away?
Right.
Are their kids going to come out here? No. Like, then what about, if they did, what about their kids? I mean, after so many years, it's just going to be a stone out there. Like, and we go out there and we look at the stones, but, I mean, they're family members, do they?
Right.
I mean, it's sad, but.
True. And we try at least once a year. I mean, usually have somebody that dies that's in that cemetery, so you're seeing who you know.
You just go visit.
I mean, I think we went to a funeral in the Rochester cemetery and then looked for a friend of ours' kid who had passed away years ago. Mm-hmm. I don't think we ever found it. I mean, it's huge. It's just like, no, I think it was over here. But yeah, you don't. It's not something you do every week or whatever. But when you're there.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty crazy. All right. Well, nicely done.
Thank you.
It was good.
Very good.
Thank
Very good. And we look forward to going into some of the other ones. Yeah.
Next visits to more cemeteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be a good time. And apparently we're all going to, what is it, Crown? What's the name of it again? Oh, God.
Stepp.
No,
one's
that's the
easy
other
one.
one. Yeah, the
That's
Stepp
the
one was the
easy
easy
one.
one.
You don't want to see that lady pull her baby out of the
I
ground?
would. Oh, yeah, I would go there.
Crown Hill.
Crown Hill.
Crown Hill.
Yeah, you had it.
Yeah.
But yes, we
I
wanna
would
go
go
to
there and watch that.
we
That would be
wanna-
fucking trippy, man.
I'd
It'd be
poop my
like,
pants.
yo, did anybody ever go up and try to talk to her and they just go up and she disappear? Or?
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think they're
Did they
either
ask?
too freaked out.
Did they ask me yo, can we talk?
You okay?
You good? Fucking breastfeeding out here in the middle of the cemetery? It's just weird.
What'd you pick out of the ground? What was it? Can I see?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hey, listen, I'm going to give you your space.
Peace.
Sorry, we're making fun of ghosts in the cemetery.
No. There is another one that I'm excited to do. It's called the 100 Step Cemetery.
Does that have
100
steps?
It has 100 steps,
Oh.
and there's a lore behind the steps.
You gotta, yeah.
This is
Yeah.
a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking forward to looking deeper into.
All right.
So.
Yeah,
Get after
that'll
it.
be a cool one.
And that one's in Brazil, Indiana.
Fucking shit. All these
That's
great ones are
close.
in Indiana. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of think how far is Brazil from here?
Brazil.
Brazil.
Isn't it down by Mexico?
We got that in Mexico.
Yeah.
No, it's close to Denver.
They're all, aren't they all located in the same? I don't know.
Yeah, they're all around the same area. That's fun.
Kokomo area.
Yeah.
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 I sometimes know my
You sometimes are
location.
playing on your phone the whole time I'm driving to Kansas City. Don't even
I see the signs. I'm like, oh shit, we made it to Mexico.
take
Been
a
on the
wrong
road
turn.
that long.
Take a wrong
Just
turn.
don't drink the water.
Yeah, we get the tequila. All right. Well, very nicely done. You did a great job. and thank you. I want to thank all of our listeners for listening today and listening to United States Paranormal. Don't forget, if you have a place that you want us to look into or anything along that line, you can give us a shout at the United States Paranormal at gmail.com. You also go check out our merch page. Matt just got the cryptid hats up on the website. So UnitedStatesParanormal.com. Click on the merchandise and look at all the T-shirts and long sleeve shirts. And now there are the cryptid hats.
They look pretty cool.
They do look pretty cool. I know he's got one that he had from before. So if you're interested in mugs, or not mugs, but pint glasses, and those are still at the mausoleum, merch mausoleum. The merch mausoleum.
So they're still available.
Yeah, all that links are still in our show notes. So you can go and you can order a really cool pint glass with a skunk ape or classic oldies golden Jazzy J on it. So also, if you like the United States Paranormal, please check out all the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Empire, which includes The Call Guys with Colton and Gunner on Mondays. On Tuesdays, you got Golden Image Podcast with check this out on Golden Image Podcast. It's me, Chico. He's a 3-time podcasting favorite, and now the Skywalker is a 2-time podcasting Jedi.
Okay.
That's on Tuesdays. We go do things, so you'll want to go do things. We have some exciting things coming up in April that I've been working on this week. In the reverse of the vintage episodes are going to be going away, and I'm going to be starting something new. So I'm really excited about that. On Wednesdays, obviously, United States Paranormal. On Thursdays, starting up season 2 sometime in August, September, because we are just finished up season 1 of the Indiana Chiefs Fans podcast.
Oh, so you're taking a break?
We're going to take a break for the summer. We're hoping to do a draft party of some sort, but I don't know how that's going to work out yet. But yes, season 2 coming back of the Indiana Chiefs Fans in probably late August. So sometime in there, just before preseason starts. So that might be end of July. I don't know.
Or as soon as something.
As soon as something exciting happens, yeah. Yeah, the NFL in the off season is not very exciting. Just a lot of coaches changed in different places. Also, then on Fridays, you like true crime? You like murder? Check out the Murd Nerds. That's right. They Ashley and Alicia talk all true crime.
True crime.
True crime.
Spit it out.
There you go. True crime. And also on Fridays is A Court of Books and Booze. That's right. It is your basement book club. So right now they're working on the Throne of Glass series, and they're doing really well. So
if you like to read and drink,
yep.
listen to A Court of Books and Booze.
Yep. It's exactly it. So grab your book, grab your booze, and go to your basement.
What do they drink?
Coffee.
What is it? Skylar's a beer guy, so he drinks like Yingling. Jess and Amanda, they do amaretto sours usually. God, so yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, so Skylar, the Skywalker, Jessica and Amanda bring you A Throne of Glass, which is the series they're working on, which is like an 8-book series. So they'll be going to be working on that for a little bit, but that is a bi-weekly thing. Every other Friday. So go check them out. Thank you, guys. Thank you both of you for coming and
for allowing us to sit in this room with you.
Thank you for allowing me to be unladylike.
Hey, shitting in a bucket.
Yeah,
there you go.
You got to do what you got to do. Shit where you can. It was a shitty situation.
So when you see us walking around Crown Hill Cemetery or Stepp Cemetery with a bucket, you know what it's for.
You know J-Dub's with us. J-Dub's right there. They make
just
lids.
Don't look in the bucket.
They make lids for those buckets too to make you feel make you feel a little more.
Seats?
Yes,
they do. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can put a little bag in there so you just wrap it up.
It's
and
easy cleanup.
Yeah.
Well.
There you go.
Next, we're going to look at her trunk, and she's already got one in there.
She's already set up. The bag and seat is already on it, Bobby. It's for easy access and just
Well, you have a lid.
Just throw
They
a
put it over
big old
it.
a garbage bag in there. You'll be all right.
it'd be fine. You can get those from your work.
Yeah, your work too.
My work too. All right, guys, until next time, we'll see you on the other side. Later.
Bye.
Bye.
To support other Golden Mojo Entertainment productions, check out Golden Image Podcast, The Call Guys, and Murd Nerds wherever you enjoy listening to podcasts. To see photos and find new episodes of the United States of Paranormal, follow us on our social media. Twitter at TUSOPPOD, or Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and Facebook, the United States of Paranormal. If you have a place that you'd like us to look into, or would like to share your spooky story that we can read on the air, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com.